I'm not sure how I want this produced, but this idea has been floating in my mind. I moved to California years ago, and when I first got there, I first arrived onto the scene. I was thinking this place could be totally reimagined. The whole sculpture of California, at least Southern California, could be reimagined. And it was in that moment I felt like, you know, I can really take ownership and start writing my own story. But what I didn't know is that when I first got there, I was already rewriting the Matrix, or I was stepping out of it, and that's something a lot of people, if they don't do, they're unable to. But I was, thrust into that opportunity because my soul was calling for it, and now I have this beautiful story that's wrapped in my head, and I have so much love for these characters that I've created, and I'd love to share the four girls in my story called California Reimagined. So let's see. A fictional town on the California coast, like a dreamy mix of Santa Monica, Venice Beach, Manhattan Beach, some other places like that, and a little bit of fantasy. Think tiny record stores, retro diners, lazy beach boardwalks, vintage convertibles, and parties that last until the sun comes up. No pressure, no rules, just perfect weather and freedom. And here we get introduced to our girls. Let's start with Eve. She's Colombian and radiant. Eve has perfect beach hair and a vibe that screams confidence. She's flirtatious, stylish, and always knows where the cutest boys are. But she's also the biggest dreamer of the group. She wants to act, sing, maybe even design clothes, whatever it takes to feel alive. Every moment with her feels like a movie scene. Then we have Roxana. She's our Native American with hypnotic eyes and a free spirited way of moving through the world. She's the playful one, but she's grounded too. Roxana knows how to make everything feel chill. She'll organize a beach day or sneak out to dance barefoot in the sand at night. She's the one who keeps the peace when the others clash. We have Maxine. She's our black girl. Tall, slim, effortlessly glam. Think roller skates, crop tops, and astrology books scattered on the floor. Maxine is the kind of girl who can make a guy fall in love just by flipping her hair. She's fun, a little airy, and lives life like it's a cosmic adventure. She believes in signs, vibes, and never missing a sunset. So here we have ethnic women instead of a stereotypical California beach bums, blonde, sun-kissed, whatever, blue eyes. These girls escape the matrix because, personally, I always thought to myself, the stories written back then in the 60s and the 70s were about a lot of white people who wanted to escape the matrix. They didn't want to do the corporate world anymore, or whatever they were participating in. I always thought, why did ethnic people seem to be doing the opposite? They always wanted to join the matrix. I thought that was just ridiculous. And so when I got to California, little did I know I already was escaping that kind of rat race. I was not being a part of it. And I didn't know that that would shape me later on in the world. I'm not missing anything. I can always go back there and create the dream that I was meant to have. But I'm reimagined, and the people that was entered in my life, and the people, the television people, they're the reasons why I'm still here, still pumping really strong, so I can have a story to tell, a beautiful one at that, without any scars. I don't have to keep telling stories with scars. That I can read some really, airheaded type kind of light drama, light situationals, and I think that's what California Reimagined is bringing to the table. Just to have these gorgeous girls, you know, and then we have Josephine, another girl, and I just love this atmosphere. And we have a male character who I'll assign a name. I think I'm either gonna name him Seymour or Lawrence, and we're gonna have this set in the 70s because I just love the aesthetic. I'm big on decor. I'm big on interior decorating, and I love the colors. I'm such a visual woman. I love the orange, the burnt orange, and got the shag carpets and the lava lamps and the brown contrast with the green and the yellow. I just love that whole aesthetic, and that's exactly what I want to bring to the light with California Reimagined. It's nothing deep, This is nothing normally what I write because I usually write deeper stuff or more drama type things. So this is more situational. This is more relaxed, and this is everything that speaks to my journey. When I first arrived on the scene in California, I just got washed up with the waves, but my mind was doing something else. And I've been listening to a lot of, the Doors lately and some other 60s and 70s groups and Jim Morrison, listening to the way they talk, the way they conduct themselves, and feeling so at peace with those kind of people. And it really speaks to the kind of person that I've become over the years. And this is why I want to bring California Reimagined to the limelight. Have that decorum, have that class to it, and have the girls be totally amazing. So we can imagine Eve, our Colombian girl. She's warm, golden brown, sun kissed skin, glossy black waves, voluminous 70s blowout, gold hoops, breezy wrap dressers, and killer legs. Then we have Maxine. She's our slender, long legged, high cheekbones, a perfect fro or silky press depending on the mood, often barefoot or in platforms. Dresses like a model who doesn't care. Then we have our Native American Roxana. Reddish brown bronze skin tone, copper brown eyes, long glossy hair often braided or worn loose with feathers or beads. Her energy is quiet and deep. So we have it going with our girls, in the story, and I have two additional characters who I want to flesh out. And I feel really amazing just coming from that scene. I can look at California knowing that I absorbed it, but really I reimagined it, and this is how California Reimagined is going to be produced.